Hey everybody, you're watching SipsTea, the show. Thank you for tuning in. It is another Wednesday edition of SipsTea, the show. You know, we switching some things late night, a little late, you know. We switching some things up, you know, trying to make some adjustments and everything. But
says let them see the sage smoke.
So stay tuned.
Let them see the sage smoke.
Yes.
we got the sage in this vibe.
We are smudging.
Yes, honey.
You know.
Sometimes we got the spray, but sometimes you just need to see that. You need to see the smoke. That
let it, you know.
You need to see that. You know what I'm saying? It makes a whole difference.
Usually in this base, you know.
What's that? Let me see that. Oh yeah, we real with it. Okay.
Yes.
I remember about 5 years, 6 years ago, 7 years ago when I first moved into my apartment in Verona. You brought the sage, and he was like, "We need the sage.
Get this bitch together. Get this whole house together."
Oh, it's one of
it's some already in there. This is actually a bigger one.
No.
It's so funny because, you know, luckily, yes, honey. But this is what I put my little sage in. Look like I'm gonna have to burn it down some more to get it out. Okay, there we go. See how sage is left?
Let me just stick that one there.
But yes, you know, you gotta sage sometimes and be careful. You know, you don't. It usually burns out by itself, but in the case that it does not, y'all just watch your sage. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody to say the sage was their house burned down or shit.
Instagram over there?
Yeah. Woman Wednesday. Both of these working women, we done brought ourselves in here from the wheel of the world.
All of a sudden it seems so dark. I'm sorry.
I don't know either.
Because it didn't used to be like that.
No, right? I'm not sure.
That's what happened last week.
I don't know
like that too.
Does it look like that?
It looks dark.
I don't know.
We got good lighting. We got good lighting.
Hello. But the key is join us on YouTube, and then that way, you know, it's a way. Hey James, what's going on? Yes, if you guys join us on YouTube, it's a way better look. You know, we'll have a way better time, and you guys can join into the collaboration and everything. And if you are, you know, sipping on something like, you can little line and let us know what you're sipping on. But this is the perfect way to kind of
keep going. I'm just
relax it on down, you know, mellow. And since it is the 9 o'clock hour, we're going to sip some tea. This episode is going to be so much going on in the world around us. So let's get into this positivity. You know, PositiviTEA is the segment of the show where we talk, you know, we just go ahead and put out some positive energy, some positive to kick this whole little thing off, you know? Okay, cheers to your Sprite and lemonade.
Yeah.
Okay, cheers to your Sprite and lemonade. I start off the positivity.
Oh, yes.
Okay. I'm really excited about this little positive quote, to be honest. But you know, things that, you know, speak to us specifically. And my quote,
stuff from the week.
Yes, my quote, it actually says there are two things that define you. Your patience when you have nothing, and your attitude when you have everything.
Ooh, y'all.
Yes. Okay. So, I mean, think about that, y'all. Let that marinate and let it begin. That's really something that was big to me because, you know, we're patient. I'm patient. I feel like I'm patient a lot. And a lot of times, a lot of times, you know, you feel like you're waiting for your time. You're waiting for things to fall into place.
Exactly.
You're waiting to see the fruits of your labor, things like that. But while you're waiting, and I know a lot of times we talk about that attitude of gratitude situation and how, you know, you want to make sure that you are thankful at all times for whatever you're going through and whatever, accepting whatever space you're in. But it does take a lot of patience. But while you're being patient and you have nothing or you don't have what it is that you were looking for, the things that you wanted to achieve and all of that other stuff while you're on the way up, let's not forget what the attitude is going to be like once you get what it is that you want. Because so many of us turn into, like, I don't even know who you turn into. Think about the people around you who have gotten power and turned into a completely different person. All of a sudden they're manager, and not that they're just doing managerial things, but all of a sudden their whole constitution, the things that you thought that they believed in, the things that y'all talked about like that, all of a sudden those things were not true. And yes, absolutely, stay humble, stay grateful, because things could change in a blink of an eye. The same way you got it is the same way you could lose it. So, you know,
Chet said something true. So
the same way. Yeah, absolutely. I actually was, and this is not somebody that I think was humble, but I was talking to a client who was brought into our program through a house fire. Like, imagine how many people lose everything in one foul swoop. Like, 1 minute you had everything. You had 5 cars, you had the garages, you had this, you had that. And by one stroke of fate, all of a sudden you had, you know, all those things that you had are gone. You know, people that have suffered through natural disasters and things like that. It's very humbling. It's very humbling. But, you know, keep that same energy. James says Steve Harvey is going through some drama right now. Did you know about that? No, you gotta get us hip. What is he? Wait a minute, because I low-key did hear something about Steve Harvey, but
Google?
I'm not. Yeah, we'll have to Google that.
Yeah, because that's
give us some of that, James. But we are definitely gonna have to Google that because, you know, to be honest, me and Steve stopped rocking with that whole little Monique. And now I'm really just like the taste of him in my mouth. I literally, anything having to do with Harvey, I'm next.
Yeah.
Like I you know, because I'm expecting that it's something, you know, on his way up, or, you know, something positive or some other kind of way where he's, you know, winning, and I don't like it. But it's just, yeah. So he's not the one for me right now. And I guarantee I did hear something, but I thought it was something good for him. I didn't know that he was going through some things. It probably is about time for him to go through some things. Seeing as how, you know, he had a quite a colorful past that he's been trying to hide, and some people that allegedly he's done wrong. We'll just say that.
Because his 2 shows are
they canceling? I thought I did hear something about that. Yes. Wait a minute. Yeah.
So while you Google that, because
go ahead and give us your hit us with the question.
So my positivity came from one of my loyal. Oh yeah, his 2 shows. It's right. You said it. It's canceling. He said it. So my positivity came from one of my loyal longtime friends who always is supportive of our show since the beginning, Latisse. And she had posted something, and it just so happened she posted something when I was just like questioning, like, when is my time coming? You know what I'm saying? Because we put out so much work. Like, when are we gonna reach our break? Right? So then, as I was going through that, and it's so crazy when I tell you good and on time God, I'm not even kidding, because I was just sitting there thinking, I'm like, oh my God, something got to give. Like, I'm just pushing forward, and I feel like I keep getting set back. I feel like things keep happening. Mm-hmm. Like, when will God say, boom, here's your time? So then I'm sitting down, it's going through Instagram, and then something caught my eye, and I promise you, divine intervention is real. It said, I said, Lord, they're sleeping on me. He said, don't worry. I already set the alarm clock. Your time is coming.
Okay.
Isn't that crazy though?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you thinking that people are out here sleep on you, God already has a master plan.
And he's working it out
when you don't even know it. Like, God has plans for us that we don't even have for ourselves. But he's just waiting for us to be in the right position to receive those blessings.
Absolutely.
And so that's when I had to sit back. I said, okay, God, let you fill my cup.
Mm-hmm.
No more 80 proof.
Okay.
I said, let you fill my cup, because I know that I've been feeling it. But am I trying to fill it with the right thing? Mm-hmm. So let you fill my cup.
Right.
And so now I'm just taking steps back and letting God lead. And then allowing me to follow. And that's just been my journey. Like, since I did my water cleanse, like, I've been going through these different journeys in my life. And I don't know what I'm reaching, but I know that if maybe it's a midlife crisis, I don't really know. But I just know that something is happening, because my fingers keep moving and my brain keeps going. Mm-hmm. And I keep being put in the face of greatness. So when it said, my time is coming, my time is coming. So our time's coming. Your time is coming. God already set the alarm clock.
And you gotta comment.
I need to wait for it to go.
Like I need
because I ain't hitting the
I need me to be
button.
looking at everybody else around me to be working all of that stuff. And I'm sure that Eb's not the only people. We're not the only people that feel that way. I'm sure that each and every one of us at one time or another have been like, "What's going on? Like, what is?"
Yeah,
you know, I've been pimping since pimping been pimping.
Yeah.
I've been putting out this same energy, no avail. Like, what's going on? You know, I feel like that little commercial. I'm a good person, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you know, I feel that wholeheartedly because a lot of times, you know, let's just be real about it. A lot of us have been shitted on.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of us put forth or try our best and to make every effort to put out positive energy and seeing it come back for whatever, you know what I'm saying? And that's a really hard position to be in. But the thing is, consistency, you keep on keeping on no matter what. You got to keep on keeping on, keep that attitude of gratitude, keep your head facing forward, upward, all of those things. And like, you know, just wait for it, but keep putting in keep putting in the work. Because a lot of people also have been sitting back, waiting for miracle, sitting back, waiting for God to say it's time. And you haven't been doing the work, which means that, yeah. Okay. So let's be clear.
I just got the tea.
What's that?
Well, tea.
Okay. Let's just be clear. And before we get off of SipsTea the show with this particular message, let's be clear about that.
Canceling this shit.
Let's not wait for hello. Let's not sit back and wait for God to work miracles without you putting forth the effort. Okay, let's not wait for that. Let's do our part as well. So don't forget that part because I talk to people every day who I'm just be waiting for like what part are you doing? You want a job? What did you do to get it?
Exactly.
Or are you job searching? Like,
and don't think for one moment that you're not expendable. Case in point, what Stevie Harvey is going through.
Yeah, because he just told Monique about integrity and how she should not be.
Let's see how he follows his. Let's see what he follows. What he says. Uncle Tom cotton picking.
Let me just say something though. I believe that when he was having that conversation, one of his major things was basically she should bow down and keep her mouth closed.
Bitches, bow down,
and she should not worry about her integrity because she needs to feed the family and da 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 da.
Exactly.
So he's going to behave how he behaves. So you've been doing all of that. You still been compromising yourself. You've been doing this, that, and the other, and now your shows are still gone. So now you don't have your integrity or your show.
Exactly.
Saying
it's up to conform.
I don't like it when nobody lose their job. I know it's something crazy, but let's think about it. Okay, thank you very much. We'll just move on. Okay,
we'll say that for we'll say that for the
we'll move on to Brewing TEA. Okay.
Yeah.
You want to put somebody up for Brewing TEA? I think you did. Tell everybody what Brewing TEA is.
Well, Brewing TEA, I'm not brewing them yet because I'm gonna let them brew themselves.
Okay.
But I'm gonna brew myself.
Okay.
Because I actually recently, I typically don't do that, but I recently actually just got some recognition from my.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did.
Yes, you did.
So I'm gonna brew myself because I work hard in corporate America.
Yes, you did.
And it's hard for a bitch like me. Because I'm a Leo and I got a lot of attitude and I'm spicy, feisty, and don't take no shit. But I still stay true to myself as I switch the way.
Whatever that is. Yes, whichever way.
And Concord, why did I think it was a great place to work? And you know what I said?
Okay, so she's going to give us a quote. Now, this is the Eb Deceleb quote.
Yes.
For the Concord.
Highlighted amongst the Concord corporate America. I'm not gonna even say.
And just in case you guys don't know, Brewing TEA is the segment where we talk about the ordinary awesomeness around us. people doing their thing and getting their men out here in this world. So yes,
y'all can see
this was a job wide, right? Or Concord wide.
Concord, all the Concord properties and corporate.
Yeah,
corporate. I was selected for our region to say why I thought Concord was a great place to work, and this was sent out to all of the hotels in Concord Hospitality, which they have over 100. To all the associates, which they have over.
They didn't let you put anything on CD.
Says that.
No,
they said that.
You should have said.
They said, "Are they sponsoring Concord?"
We could.
Let's go on.
Okay, but tell everybody what you said about the Concord.
So I said, yeah, thank you, Seth. So I said, they said, our Concord associate is the best. Tell us why you think Concord is a great place to work for all. So I sent my little response, but who thinks they're ever going to get selected? Right? You got all these people. Yeah. Little me and DC. So they said, Ebony Liddell, Sales and Catering Manager, Cambria, DC. This is the response. When they had asked me to submit things, I said, Concord is a great place to work because it has provided me with many different opportunities. It has allowed me to grow professionally and personally. Also, it has given me the opportunity to learn from some of Concord's most talented professionals. Go the Mid-Atlantic team. Go Cambria, DC.
Go Cambria. Did you say go Cambria, DC?
I did. Go Cambria,
Look
DC.
At you. It was that. I think it was that piece that set her over the top. What do you guys think? I think, that go Cambria, DC. I think that spirit probably, yes, with the pom-poms. Okay. I think that puts you over the top.
Like I said, I wasn't even
not just the eloquent words, but also the spirit. You gave us some nice, you know what I'm saying? You didn't tell them about none of the bullshit that was going on.
And I was so shocked. I was just like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I didn't expect to receive such, something so kind of cool like that, and just to be recognized amongst my coworkers and amongst people in other areas, my superiors and people in corporate and the president of the company and what I'm saying, the CEO and things like that, for them to all just recognize that. I thought it was cool.
Plus put your name out there. When it's time for that, transfers and to move positions and things like that, your name is already circulating as should be. All right. So we want to congratulate our own Eb Deceleb. Okay. Yes, doing big things, making things happen up in there. Okay, networking with the best of them. Yes, bring your party and catering to fruition. Yes. So definitely, you guys, if you're in the DC area,
cater to everybody.
If you're in the DC area, definitely hit up Eb Deceleb, DM her, and I'm sure she'll give you her contact information the way you guys can contact her to set up events. Like if we're getting married this summer, if you guys have some meetings that you'd like to plan, some teas, some hot tea.
Oh yeah, we did the tea. Yeah, we did the tea party. Tea party,
all kinds. Yes, absolutely. And they have a beautiful facility. So yeah. Definitely hit up Eb Deceleb, but don't be in her DMs talking about no bullshit. No, and this will cost you some money. I'm sure that it will be reasonably priced. It will be appropriately priced. But it is.
I care about people. I will tell you that, like in this position that I've been given, I think that God has put me here purposely because I'm able to provide a strong platform and to give people an opportunity to show their entrepreneurial spirits as well. Like I do a lot of vendor shows and things like that, where you typically will go to some of these venues. They're going to charge you $20,000, $30,000 just to rent a venue. I still want you to be able to have that same great space at a reasonable cost. Let's look at that. Let's see how we work together. And that's kind of what I'm all about.
Okay. All right. Tell us real quick though, like what's the least amount of money we should have coming towards, if we even sent towards Eb Deceleb and them Cambria doors for the lowest. What kind of dollar amount are we talking about?
It depends on what, but I mean, we're not gonna come to the door with $100.
Okay, not $100.
We're not gonna do that.
So you're something for $1,000.
Let's start it even 500 and work our way up. Depending on what we want.
You guys want
Just to
sweet 16. Give me a sweet 16.
Ooh, sweet 16. Yeah. That's a labor intensive. So that's the we're going to 15.
Okay.
Okay. You know, because they want certain things. Yeah. You know, and typically when you're doing a sweet 16, it's not just 16 people.
No.
Yeah. So
if I could bust my sweet 16 down to like 20 people, right? And I just want like balloons and stuff and music. And that's it.
I like $1,500.
Oh, that's gonna cost me $1,500 anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
like $1,000. It all depends.
You get a room.
You do get a discounted room. You do get a discounted room. But like you're gonna get the rooftop. You know, the best of the best. You're gonna get the whole view of DC. You're gonna get moments and memories that will last forever. And you're going to be able to incorporate your city where you're into that entire experience. Okay. Something that you can't take away. So really, you shouldn't put a cost on it.
Yeah. I mean, that's why we got to have exactly. We can't put a cost on your happiness. We don't want to put a price tag on your happiness and your memories that will last for a long time. But
they're like, but you know, actually, a lot of people who've gotten married, they have told me that they spend no more than like $20,000, and that's open bar. That's full. That's 3-course dinners. That's 3 hors d'oeuvres. That's going back up to the rooftop and dancing to the
oh wow.
I do it up because it's special to me. It means something to me. Like and then I have events, believe it or not, that really mean something to me. That it's not about the cost. It's about the movement. Yeah. Because I'm doing an event that is just. I mean. Although they did, have 10,000, however, I put my heart and my soul into everything. But when I get an opportunity to do something that's just going to be historical, I try to make it. I put my all into it. And I'm doing an event June 6th. That's for the senior LGBTQ community. Oh wow! Right, and that's just so beautiful. And it's a lot of people who are recovering from drugs. Things like that, so it's not a bar there, but they're still going to celebrate their recovery. Absolutely. And so people who have been infected with different disease, things like that, it's going to be us still staying united, and that's something that means something to me because I'm going to be able to give back. So yeah, they're going to be 200 people there. They're having food, they're having drinks, they're having this, they're having that, and we were able to. They're like, "Are you sure this is it?" I was like, "We're gonna make it happen." Okay. They're renting out the whole entire hotel, and we're gonna make it happen. Okay. And it's gonna be they're gonna have drag dancers, and not our new age drag dancers who are just transgenders or things like that. It's gonna be the one who it's an art form for them. Yeah. It's gonna be our old school drag. I'm so excited about it. Like when I get an opportunity to do stuff like that, I put my heart, I do corporate meetings, I do this and I do that. But when you can do something that is impactful and that's going to touch somebody here, you got to put something extra into it. Yeah, so absolutely. I'm so excited. That's more than just a meeting. Yeah, that's more than just a party. It's going to be a party. Yeah. And it's more than just a party. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like they get to, especially our singers, they're forgotten about. Absolutely. And so it's called LGBTQ. It's old but not forgotten. Something like that is like kind of like the theme of it. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna have lights and everything. It's gonna be so cool. So when I get to do stuff like that, I love sweet 16s and stuff like that too. They're fun. Yeah. They're always little girls, them sweet 16. I'm like, you sweet 16, honey? You ain't turning 21. They're like, bad. I just did a sweet 16. And her little mother went all out for her, but I'm like, her little girl, her friends had like the lipsticks and stuff. I'm like, when I was 16, I just wanted to be 16. Yeah, I had a sweet 16. That was amazing. So I gotta say that shout out to all of our 16-year-olds, everybody who's turning 16, because that's a landmark for us here in the United States. The Latin community who's doing the quinceañeras, so 15, things like that. We all about celebrating, and I think moving into this part of the year, and the sun is coming out and things like that, it's like customary for weddings and a whole celebratory activity. Yes. So she gonna be busy. Okay, so y'all bear with SipsTea the show, okay? Yeah. Because we don't know what's gonna happen on these Wednesdays over the summer. We gonna be here, but we gonna have to, we might have to start a little later or something like that. On my Wednesday, I always try to make sure I leave work.
Yes.
I always try to make sure I leave.
Yeah, because Eb Deceleb will pull an overnighter at work.
Yes. I sleeps in the hotel.
Yes.
Yes.
So shout out to our own working woman on this Wednesday, Eb Deceleb, for not only being a hostess of SipsTea the show, but also being a boss in everyday life. You know what I'm saying? And doing things for other people and actually using your passions and your gifts to bring others to make other people's events and things like that special, because it's funny because you will be happy with this, that, and the other. I'll be happy if something is just pulled off, but to make something grand and to pull it off in great form is something completely totally different. So y'all hit up Eb Deceleb, you know what I mean? If at any given time you can check out the Cambria DC, we will definitely recommend that as well. I'm sure we'll hook you guys right on up and you will not be disappointed. Okay. And then two of our entrepreneurs that we have been talking about over the past year, before we even had our anniversary, we want to shout you guys out. Everybody know Brewing TEA, and if you want to know who we're talking about, just go back and view some of our past episodes. Hello. But we are going to be bringing you guys new guests for the show. I really want to bring you some old guests because I continue to watch them. Y'all know SipsTea turns into a nice little stalker. But our guests, because there's a certain amount of love that we have for everybody who supported us by even coming to share their tea with SipsTea the show. But before we start repeating, I guess we should definitely bring you some of the new. Very, very interesting guests coming up for you guys. So stay tuned for that. And with that being said, we will move on into the tea time.
Yes.
Okay. Well, okay. So I don't even know what Eb Deceleb just got in her phone, but she said she had to. So whatever tea, I was going to tell y'all about some other tea and we was going to talk, but I need to hear this. I need to hear this. So what tea you got for us?
Thank you, James, for bringing this up for us because, see, I didn't even know.
Okay.
I was just like,
about those?
About his tea. Yeah, his show got canceled. It was getting canceled.
Yeah.
But what shocked me is when I'm hearing allegedly what it's going to be replaced with.
Oh.
Is the Kelly Clarkson show.
Oh. Sometimes we use hand signals to see what we're talking about. And we go, it was, or, okay. And that is interesting that it's going to be replacing. Okay. That is very interesting. I like Kelly Clarkson from when she was on what's the name of the damn show?
You talking about
American Idol?
No, and she she wasn't on American. Oh, she was singing on American Idol, but she was also on that other one with Bruce and what was it? Where was it? Where you don't see the people before you sing?
Oh yeah, it's like I know what you're talking about.
With, Adam Levine. What was the name of that show?
It's is it America's Got Talent?
No, Adam Levine.
I know what you're talking about. They sit in the big chair and then they turn around.
What's the name of that show, y'all? But I forgot. What's the name of that show?
I don't know.
Okay, now I'm about to go crazy because The Voice.
James,
The Voice, because she was on The Voice.
Soon as we get our special gifts, James.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We need to send just all kinds of SipsTea paraphernalia.
Absolutely,
just because
he's awesome.
Yes. Okay. So yes, The Voice.
The Voice.
Right, The Voice. Okay.
So she was on that show.
Absolutely.
She's not on there anymore. So since the Family Feud host had previously hinted back in January that Kelly was in his spot. So he's canceling. When talking to reporters at the Entertainment Summit about the possibility of his show being canceled, he sounded upset. I thought I was going to stay with NBC until they made an announcement a couple of weeks ago that meant to give Kelly Clarkson the owned and operated NBC network that's my slot, Steve announced. I don't know if it's sold. It's not selling like they thought, but I thought it would have been nice for them to come to me first. He continued to slam NBC for how they allegedly handled the situation. I'm just an old school guy, and I just thought you were supposed to just talk to people and just go. Look, you've been good business for us. This is what we're thinking of doing. Are you okay with that? No, you just doing. He don't understand how the weight of the world.
Wait. So let me get this straight. He doesn't like how NBC is doing their thing, and now he publicly is speaking out about it. Is that right?
People will always change their opinion
when
as it relates to them.
Yes. Girl, say that. If you don't say that again for these damn viewers.
People will always change their opinion if it relates to them.
Because you can't take your time to step in nobody's freaking shoes. You cannot see past your own damn blind ass eyes.
But he wanted Monique to get up there and do what? But now look at you.
Are you speaking out?
Oh, what?
NBC part, like you speaking out? You publicly sat up there and told somebody else don't speak out. You told her to you told her the error of her ways was using her voice to say blah blah blah. So your passive aggressive way that you are dismissing NBC, I just thought, I'm old school. I thought that we did things. That ain't going to pass, sweetie. If you're not allowed to say nothing, you're not allowed to say nothing. Okay?
And you're not allowed to do nothing.
You know what? Now I just wonder if Monique called him and was brother, how you feel?
Brother,
you know what I'm saying? My brother is, are you okay? Because we need to recognize this as well with God being on time. I think Monique has been doing, she's been trending. She's been doing some things. She's doing her little
her show going on.
She's got her show going on. She done got up her own YouTube channel.
Thank you.
So while she appears, you don't know, we're just SipsTea the show. But while she appears to us, people in society to be getting herself back out there and doing what she needs to reestablish herself
in her own lane, playing her own game
without taking it up the ass, as said that she probably should, so that she doesn't get fired and then she can protect the longevity of her family. He's already come by himself and is still hired for someone else to come in and do. I hope that Kelly Clarkson doesn't do Family Feud. I hope that they all the way get rid of the entire Family Feud, or you're going to feel really extra, extra down. I just hope Kelly Clarkson has a whole new show, please.
But here's the thing.
I really hope.
Here's the gag.
Because that would be insulting.
The gag is, at the end of the day, I think it's a bad fucking move. Any fucking way to have, I think it's a bad fucking move. However, the irony is still the irony.
Absolutely.
Because I don't care to see Kelly Clarkson. She doesn't do it for me. You know what I'm saying? Even when she was on The Voice, her voice didn't do it for me.
Okay.
Her opinions didn't do it for me. Okay. What she had to say didn't do it for me, and we can't relate.
Okay.
So I don't think she's going to be able to really relate to the everyday citizen either, because of her different views and how she if you follow Kelly Clarkson, she it's like her weight. She's up and down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She's
her views and stuff.
Exactly.
Like that as well.
She's never consistent with things.
Okay.
She's always here. She goes with the weight of the trend or the wave.
Oh.
She's not her own self.
Okay.
And so maybe that's why they wanted to bring her on NBC, because then they can mold
her and make her do what they want.
And make her want to do what she wants. But she will never be an Ellen DeGeneres.
Keyword.
She will never be a Wendy Williams.
Agenda.
She will never have the real.
Okay.
Because she's just not that attractive to the TV. She's not that attractive for a talk show.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, what are you going to talk about? Your life isn't that interesting. Your opinions and your views aren't that warranted. So what are you really going to get up there and talk about? This is not a singing show.
Well, You get what I'm saying?
I
mean, that was, okay, we'll see, guys. We will see.
Because her whole basis and development has been music.
Yeah.
The voice music. Music. Anything she's ever done has to do with music.
Right. Let that be her lane. So what's the music show that's coming to NBC?
Exactly. Now? So what do we go? And so then what you're going to do is bring your own. So you're bringing somebody to replace somebody else that's going to easily be defeated. That show is going to get canceled. You're going to be her out, and then you're going to try to find somebody else, and you're going to constantly going through a cycle of trying to fill that slot. I got something for you. You need to fill it with SipsTea, the shit.
There you go. There you go.
We're
We're gonna do the Family Feud.
We're gonna do the Family Feud and the show. See, everybody got a name and everything.
And that's a whole new, we just, we can usher the Family Feud out and just go ahead and start.
Hello.
But until then,
we'll continue on YouTube.
Until then, until we're picked up and syndicated,
exactly,
as we need to be,
exactly,
so that we can, come to a even wider base. That's
exactly.
We'll be here, and that'll be fine. Okay. Steve.
Yeah.
Steve is poor now. No, I'm just playing. I'm just joking. But yeah,
but we gotta humble ourselves because God will shake up the water.
You see what I mean? Like, did you just get? That was like pick you up, shake you, pimp slap, and back down.
He put him down. Yeah, he's still up.
Right. He's gonna be like, okay. So, Stevie, I don't even know what to say to you, bruh. I don't know what to say. I'm sure you at home feeling mighty, mighty low.
And don't you do no podcast.
Well, he's already on that radio show doing the what is it? The red the Scarlet the Scarlet Letter or something like that.
Well, and he got his
relationships and stuff. Too. Yeah. So that's where they do that. So,
but you better not do no Don't you let me see you on YouTube. Okay. You don't get to be on YouTube.
He probably be trying. We gonna call in and destroy him.
Exactly. Don't get to do a YouTube.
We're gonna call in and really give him a piece of our mind if he opens up.
If we get him a damn YouTube, I'm gonna be mad.
But we also have got to get into the Curry clapback, sweetie.
Yes.
Let me pull up some of this stuff. If you guys were watching the show last week, we have to bring it back up because last week we were talking about Ayesha Curry in the news. I was hearing about it all week long. Or last week, people are talking about Ayesha Curry going to the Red Table Talk with Jada Pinkett, and one famous line or one little bit of the statement, one portion of the show in which she shared some insecurities that
she was dealing with.
That she said sometimes she feels insecure, like people are not checking.
She was brave enough to say that.
Yes, people are not checking for her that they check for her husband. That's all she was saying.
Speaking of the Currys, while you find that, shout out to history being made yesterday because the Curry brothers, although Golden State still at home and they play again tonight.
Oh my!
The Curry brothers, Seth and Steph, were both competing against each other too. So that was like another little history. The parents and the audience, one wore Golden State, the dad wore Golden State, the mom wore the Trailblazers. So that was another little
because they had to support both of their babies. Okay, that's what's up.
So listen, it's clap by.
Okay, so not only has she's gotten a lot of backlash, people were saying that she was thirsty for saying it, and she was, this, that, and the other. But it was actually always my thought that, she's human. She was just sharing something human, and everybody took it too far. Opinions are like assholes. We all have it, and with social media, 9
but
times out of 10,
they take an opinion. Oh, now we're gonna talk about Ayesha.
We're gonna talk about it for 2 weeks, and we're gonna talk about it
as though all them other women don't feel the same way. But guess what? At the end
and that's why they're showing you their ass.
Exactly. She said what she said.
What she said. But she actually said there's a picture of her that was on internet. She was on the Shade Room. Well, actually, the Shade Room used her post, and it was a post that she said, "This is me throwing a pair of Spanx in a Marie Kondo-esque bin. It's just a bin, like a trash can. Does it spark joy? ? I've never been one to cage my feelings and emotions to any capacity. I am human. It brings me pure joy to speak my mind, be vulnerable at times, and know myself in and out. Seeing as how it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and don't forget that, guys, it is Mental Health Awareness Month. I really want to take the time to encourage everyone to speak truth, regardless of perception, fitting into a mold, or offending someone because it's your truth. And that's okay. If what I'm not afraid to say out loud about being a 30-year-old mama of 3 helps another woman feel like they're not alone and not the only one with an insecurity, because we all have them, don't play, then that makes all of this hoop worth it. If you get a chance to watch the actual Red Table Talk, and not the headlines and rumors, please do. There is so much more depth to the talk, and our family is grateful to Jada Pinkett Smith for giving us the opportunity to bond together. As men, let's continue to uplift, empower, and not suppress and compress our feelings and thoughts, as fleeting as some of them may be. Love to you all. Go find your joy and speak your truth unapologetically. Okay?
Oh, and that's all in my Miranda voice.
Miranda voice. Now, the thing is that was kind of one of the things that I was dealing with when I was listening to and having debates with people about, you know, her position. Most people that I've talked to, including myself, did not even see the entire episode. But I did know, I didn't watch the whole thing, but what I did know was that the portion that I saw had to have only been a portion. And it made sense to me.
Listen to it.
It made sense, like, duh, like, why would you, a human, you're human, you're a woman. Those are complete and total, like, womanly feelings.
Ask the question.
I mean, come on now, like, and then to answer it honestly, instead of creating a facade, I applaud her, as does her husband.
Thank you.
Mr. Curry himself also posted, and he posted a picture on Instagram that said, proud of you for being authentic and putting yourself out there, not being afraid of the potential bullshit nonsense that could and did come for you. Way more positive than negative with all of this. Keep being you. I love you. And my friends, sister, that is why she has the man.
Thank you.
Sister, that is why she is married and you are not. Okay? That is why, because while you are sitting there tossing all this shit at another woman, missing the whole point. But the funny part was, so that there were a couple clapbacks that have transpired. Super clapbacks. Now they were like mild, but somebody had posted on her timeline that said attention at its finest. Okay. He says, this person says attention at its finest, and she says, or from her account post on Instagram, this is exactly what I mean. Speaking without examining the true context for yourself. Don't read the headlines. Watch the show. Everyone's gone crazy, and my husband and I are over sober as a gopher because I know what I said. Don't need it. Don't want it. Just an observation. Willingness to speak on your thoughts shamedly is being secured, not the other way around.
We gotta stop making up words of people. Unashamedly is not a word. Yeah. I'm so sorry.
Look at that. Make sure unashamedly. Maybe it should be.
Yeah, we gotta stop making up words.
Unashamedly to be unashamed. Okay, and then the last one that clapped back, and I thought this was completely funny because this is something. As soon as I get my shmoney, I'm gonna have clapbacks like this.
Yes.
So somebody said,
"Oh yes, Aisha."
Somebody told her to stay in the kitchen. Yes. Okay.
What she said?
He said, "Which one? San Francisco, Houston, Miami, or San Diego? Which kitchen I need to stay in? You know what I
mean?" Okay.
So, okay, that is.
Which one?
Which one? You want me? I mean, I could get one in LA, Chicago, like I got some out of town. And so, shout out to Aisha Curry for, you know, first of all, say what you wanted to say out your damn mouth. Second of all, everybody coming with their opinion, not even really. I think all of the opinions on the surface. They were so surface based. You know what I mean?
So I ain't gonna lie, I was a little opinionated myself because I'm like, bitch, you got all that money over there. Let your nigga look at you and shut up.
And that's how people felt like, you know, like she shouldn't have anything to say or should never feel like she should never feel away. Yeah. When she's a woman, you're a human. We cannot stop. Which one? You want me to be like? You want me to like? Which kitchen? You know what I'm saying?
You never respond like that.
The one with the island, the one with the like. Come on now,
overlooking the mountains.
As I sip coffee from my Keurig, in my robe and fuzzy slippers.
Yeah, okay. So that robe is straight up.
Like, please stop it. Please stop it. Please stop it, guys. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. So we'll move on because I think that is enough tea for the people today.
That clapback gets the
that clapback was everything.
So I love a good clapback. And that one I haven't heard a good one in a while. Yeah, that was a good clapback.
And it was very, low key and just like, which sure, you know what I'm saying? And that's one thing about social media. People, some people are, going away, cowering, or you change your opinion, or you go somewhere and you apologize for what the hell you said. Yeah. No, you said what you said.
I said what I said.
What I said. I meant what I said. I would never disrespect my husband or whoever it is that are with. How often do we get that?
Exactly.
But the Kardashians, when they experience backlash, it appears to me that they change sides.
Yeah.
They changed is that they were saying. So
and shout out to Kim Kardashian for being turning to be a lawyer just because you said that.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me see what this says. But yeah, what'd you say? She had that clapback. She didn't need to have okay, so the DDT on YouTube says that she should have had the clapback mentality on the label. She didn't need it then.
Because she didn't know she was going to receive it.
Exactly. What she's clapping back about is people coming for her because of something she did.
Back on the red table, she would have assumed at that point that she said something wrong.
Absolutely. There was nothing to back about. No, she was actually being very honest, open, and very human. Exactly. And people decided to take that and read her for filth.
Exactly.
As if, so that is
she thought she was just speaking her truth. She didn't realize it was going to become all over America.
Exactly.
Like, who would have thought of that?
And come on, man. I just don't, it seems to be, to me,
she sounds jealous.
Completely. Because you didn't watch the entire episode, number one.
You didn't watch
I'm quite sure you didn't see the whole thing. And if you did, everybody has their opinion. Opinions are like assholes. We all have them. I am expressing mine. Yeah. And you are apparently expressing yours, and that is fine.
She sounds like she has a jealous husband.
She sounds jealous.
What is it, Matthew?
Sounds jealous of her husband. I don't think she sounds jealous of her husband. I think she was quite simply saying, hey, I don't get a whole lot of attention from men except my husband. Meanwhile, at the ranch, people are throwing flowers at him, and thirst buckets are real.
I can't read.
Okay, and so DDT also says because she sounds jealous of her husband because he gets all the attention. She needs to be a basketball wife and appreciate what she has.
Oh wow,
that is a very interesting thing for you to have said. I'm just going to dismiss it, saying that I don't agree with that. Why? First of all,
wow. She's been with. Let's take the records though. She's been with him before he had this money,
and that's probably why.
Yeah, he's been with her since high school. So I think, and she has her own greatness as well. I think that speaking truth doesn't negate the fact that she doesn't love her husband. She's
or that saying, he's not.
She had 3 kids. She probably was skinny in high school. She done had 3 kids. Shit, you know what I'm saying? That's
sometimes. Since you have 1,000,001 people constantly giving you,
I would not say the same thing.
Exactly. Eb Deceleb, we can if we're on this show, Eb Deceleb and I are both on the show. And we go on because when Jada Pinkett invites us on the show. And I say, sometimes it makes me feel weird because Eb Deceleb, everybody loves Eb Deceleb, and I'm not so sure they love GemDTwin. But it's not saying that I don't have my supporters. It's not saying that I think any less of myself. It's saying, as a person, sometimes
this is your feeling.
The same thing about being a middle child.
Exactly.
Never loved any less, but you recognize if the kids over or under you are getting attention. It doesn't mean that your parents love you any less.
Exactly. Oh yes, James, we do. What is this? We do both got our fans. Yes, we do.
And we both have our fans. Absolutely.
Yes, we do. Everybody. I don't know. What is this other one? But let's even get on top.
Shawnee O'Neal has 5 kids by Shaq. Same thing, different women. The basketball wives. What does that mean?
What are we doing?
I don't even. That's not. You missed. You went off topic with DDT.
Yeah, I don't know what we're talking.
I think you're trying to find things that kind of relate to she is a basketball wife, but this is out of the context of I'm a basketball wife. If you bring,
but what does a basketball wife have to do anything? If I marry a lawyer, should I say I'm a lawyer wife?
Yeah, and you should just shut up.
And you
should shut up about how you have feel like don't,
because he's around all these politicians
and he's bringing the money.
Yeah,
so
let me just shut up.
Be quiet and take the money and sit there and be happy. That's what you should do.
Sounds a little Steve.
Sit there and take the money and be quiet and don't say.
And sit down and just shut up and do what you need to do.
And then
don't have a voice and don't be black for yourself.
Yeah, don't have a voice.
And now Steve Harvey.
Yeah,
it's not about to have a show.
Now we have to walk around and go. Don't be a.
Exactly.
We can coin it.
Don't be a Steve. What is this next one? Y'all didn't get it. What? I'm sorry.
You said y'all didn't get it. Y'all don't even watch Basketball Wives, so you would not understand. It's interesting that you know.
I watch Basketball Wives.
Anyway,
I agree because well,
James, what are you agreeing with? You agree because you don't watch Basketball Wives, but what are you agreeing with?
I don't think the women on Basketball Wives and Ayesha Curry should be in the same boat. I'm sorry. Because a lot of basketball wives are even married to basketball players. They're not even married.
They got cheated on.
Like, we cannot put Ayesha Curry in the same boat as Basketball Wives.
She is in a loving relationship with her husband.
Why are we doing this?
As we see out here in society, at least, it looks to us like they're in a very loving family unit, despite that is outside of the whole basketball thing. And a lot of people think that
he comes from a good background. His parents, his dad also played basketball, and his dad is also married, and has also been with the same woman, and his kids are also by only one woman. So he comes from a stronger foundation.
Yeah.
Aisha wasn't a get with. Let me get with him. He's gonna be this. No, they formed a union in high school.
Yeah.
She didn't know how good he was gonna be.
Right.
She had no idea.
Girl, you left up.
She left up.
She probably like, oh, he's real good at basketball.
She also had her own lane. She also went to her own college. She also got her own degrees. Yeah. You understand how many of the basketball wives have degrees? Let's talk about that.
And if you do, I mean, you know what? I don't want to take anything.
Shawnee was married to Shaq, and look at Shawnee now.
A boss.
What?
Okay. Shawnee's a boss. That's true.
Am I missing something?
And Shawnee and Shaq had the same thing. They were high school sweethearts. I mean, that's great. What are you saying that?
I guess I'm missing it.
Yeah, I don't know what point you're trying to make anymore.
I guess I'm lying.
Are you saying that?
Like, what are we referencing?
What? No.
Are they gonna break up? Like, what do we?
Are you saying that they're gonna?
Do we want Steph Curry to go around and fuck around on her?
No.
Like, I'm confused.
And let's not say Steph. First of all, y'all will not disrespect him. Let's not say Steph Curry is anything like Shaq.
Exactly. But here's the thing. Shaq is still a good dude. Shaq is still a good dude. After years, he's still a good dude in his own lane. People are different. Why can't we just allow people to be who they are? So.
But you, James, let me ask you. You said you agree with the DDC that you don't get it because you don't watch. But which part are you not getting? Are you not getting that? Are you not getting the reference to Basketball Wives because you don't watch Basketball Wives, or are you not getting that?
Because the women on Basketball Wives, none of them are even. Only person is married, Jackie Christie, and her long husband, and everybody knows that they're into different things. Evelyn is not married. Malaysia is divorced. They baby mamas. Drea is now a football wife, if you call it that, because she was never married.
Yeah,
she just had a kid with a ball player.
I mean, that's just the name of the show. Now it's just the name of the show. Anyway, I'm confused. Let's just move on.
Let's just move off of that.
Let's move on. The major thing about this was I personally booed Ayesha Curry for standing her ground and saying what she wanted to say, which I personally could feel element. on any level.
That's her truth.
I don't care how much money I get.
You
like
could be dating a music producer, and that music producer's around everybody, plus attention. You like, damn.
Absolutely.
Damn.
Absolutely.
Do I still?
I do date somebody who is doing music and things like that, and you would be surrounded by artists. You would be surrounded by people who are not me. And every once in a while, there's still a twinge. Like, who the fuck are you talking to? What did they say to you? Do they like you? How do they like you? Why was she singing that note like that? Well, listen, listen, I choose not to drive myself crazy, but if you ask me honestly on a show, like I just honestly said, dating someone in the music industry or who is interested in me, you can
always have that insecurity.
There is something
because you guys can relate on a different level.
You guys can relate on a different level. Or first of all, we also know music like basketball. Thoughts people throw themselves at you
because they want to get in.
Because they want to get on.
They don't give a fuck about relationships.
So for her to say that, I could definitely understand that, and it doesn't matter how much money or what kind of mansion you put me up in. I'm still into those feelings, and it does not mean I don't trust you. It doesn't mean that there's a problem in our relationship. It just means I see all the thoughts. I'm actually in the castle, so I'm kind of put away, and people are not like coming after me like they come after you.
Because I'm taking care of you.
Yeah, so sometimes I do feel a little insecure because you deal with people on a daily basis. Now, what if she was on a show where there was 1,001 eligible bachelors walking around in Speedos all the time, so their balls are hanging out.
Exactly.
Then maybe Steph would understand, but it's not even an issue with that because he supported her the entire time. What she said. As a matter of fact, he probably kissed her after that. Like, oh, baby.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Oh, baby, you get insecure.
And you notice what she said was, that's also a little, exactly. Like, I still got it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you also notice in that message she read, she said, thank you for bringing my family closer. Said that, okay?
Right. He was like, baby, how you been feeling? You know what I'm saying? Let me make sure these thoughts been posted to the page today.
He could be on the road and doing whatever, and feeling bad on the inside. Like, damn, I wonder how she really feeling. My baby still want me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, where's the
sometimes people, I guess that's part of our relationship and stuff.
Yeah, we don't see stuff
some
like
people
that.
like to know that you still
want to feel wanted.
Yeah, want to feel wanted. Sometimes that, I can still kind of evoke that little bit of jealousy and you just cringe, because there's actually a song out right now that said if you never and James, I don't know if you know this one, this is going to be a test, but the song says something like, if you've never loved somebody and been afraid to lose them, then you never love like I do. I can't remember. It's like
we gotta find that.
Yeah, that's a 99.5 song for sure. But that is what the chorus basically says. That basically, if you've never loved someone and been afraid to lose them, you probably love someone like I do. You probably never loved someone like I do. I'm gonna find that for you.
Yeah, because that's a good one.
That's a good song because if you've never
you gotta realize how much attention he gets. Like, I mean, he comes out of the auditorium. You got a million fucking bitches, and then you get to the car. They slamming on your door. Another million fucking bitches. Then you get to the hotel. You got some at the hotel. And then you got those who bold enough to get to the hotel room.
You got people who will put them in the room for you.
Exactly.
Okay, so I found the song. It's Lucas Graham, "Love Someone."
Play a little bit of it.
I'll play. Yeah, okay, but yeah.
If you I want to understand how we can say as people just sit in your position and shut your fucking mouth.
Right. Stop feeling because you got money.
I'm rich, bitch. I ain't never gonna be rich because my mouth ain't never gonna shut up. Oh yeah, that's definitely a 99.5 song.
Oh, I love this song too.
Yeah, I saw that she sung that. You sung the chorus. Oh, he got it. Look, he found it. He's on it.
Of course he is.
Yep. Yep. I can't hear it. Can they hear it? What happened? I was hearing it before.
Still perfect as days go on. Even the worst ones you made
We got audio.
When you love someone, you open up your heart.
Okay.
When you love someone, you make room.
Sis, we're trying to do something.
If you love someone and you're not afraid to lose them, you'll probably never love someone like I do.
That's that real love.
You probably never loved someone like I do. When you say,
Okay, y'all. So y'all look up Lucas Graham, Love Someone. But yeah, the lyrics are real. It actually, for me, that relates to real live relationships and love. Like if
that another hit right here.
Yeah, if you've never really been afraid that you're gonna lose somebody because you love them that much, like I would like to have you in my world, and I can't imagine not having you in my world. Yeah. And that's the thing for me. If you've been scared, so you probably haven't been in love. Or at least you never loved somebody like I do. Yeah. So Aisha and the Curry, our hearts go out to you. Exactly. We love y'all. Y'all keep doing what y'all do. Fuck the haters. Exactly. Continue to clap back.
And guess what? Sis would never get on a show like Basketball Wives because her life is too authentic.
Yeah, I mean, probably not. And if she did, she would probably do that in pure style as well.
Exactly. Okay. She's graceful. Graceful and tasteful.
Per use, just how she's carrying it right now. So,
and you guys, I know our eyes here. However, I know so for the relationship question, I mean the question does present itself. I would actually put this up for even for the relationship question. Would you be as supportive as Steph is of Aisha and what she said? Like, I throw that question out there to you, and I know that you really detox part of the show. So let's get into that.
I think personally it's important. I think it's important that he, even if he came home and said, "Babe, why would you say that?" Like, I don't want it to look like we have issues because we don't, or whatever the case may be. Even if he said something to her privately, I think it's really important for her and for the perception and the view of their family for him to publicly support her. I think that's tasteful. A beautiful thing. Yeah. It's very tasteful. It's very tasteful. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's us against the world. Exactly. And what goes on here in our nucleus is not everybody's business either. Yeah. So I do think that. What about you?
No, I definitely agree. Yeah, I definitely agree. I think it's awesome how supportive he is of her, and you can tell that it's not for the cameras. You can tell that their relationship is for them, their family is for them, and they don't give a fuck about what the world thinks.
And how about this? Because James, you're our married guy. You're our married correspondent. Can your wife still make you jealous?
Oh yeah,
He going to support his wife. Exactly, he's going to support his wife. A good man support their woman, exactly. And vice versa, because she should support him. Partners should support each other. And I think I think that's a unique thing. I think that you develop like a level of comfort with your partner. You know what I'm saying? And everybody wants to feel like, what, you mine. Like at the end of the day, I know I got you and you got me, and that's what we are. Come with me, and that nothing can come in between us.
Exactly.
Especially not these fly by night. You got thoughts out here. You got people. Whatever. We're committed between each other to work out whatever comes our way, because there will be adversity. But can I still make you jealous? Can I still give you a twinge of jealousy a little bit if there's another guy around, there's another female around? Can your partner still make you? Can you still get that feeling, that old feeling of like, hold on, let me say it with my chest? But y'all let us know how you feel about that. And like, because I think that's important. I think it's the kind of important to keep, like, yes, it's mine, but, and I'm not like squeezing you like tight like you're mine, but just a knowledge of you mine. You know what I'm saying? And then if you see somebody coming a little too close to your shit, do you at least cock your head to the side like, what's that? What's going on over there?
Exactly.
Yeah. But while you guys ponder that for a moment, we wanted to talk to you guys about Detox Tea. Detox Tea is the portion of the show where we talk about health and wellness and total wellness, mind, body, spirit kind of stuff. So with the holidays coming, and it's funny because I met with somebody, or actually I was in a meeting and somebody brought up household bugs in a meeting, and saying that, they had been to someone's house and it was kind of, scary. Kind of scary. But I want to talk about some of the holistic ways that we can kind of ward off bugs. It was perfect timing because, with the summertime and things like that coming up, you don't want to always spray pesticides. That's why there are a lot of healthy alternatives now, or green alternatives. But I did some research to kind of see. I had heard some of these things over time. Oh wait, James says he is not jealous of his wife. She can make more. She can make more money. She can look better and be smarter than him. The bottom line is that you're doing it together. Absolutely. But yeah, so I just wanted to, as we burn sage actually has some properties that also can help to ward off like mosquitoes and flies and things like that. People who garden, who like plant things like sage and lavender and things like that, probably keep away a lot of pests like fleas and flies and mosquitoes and things like that, because they are repelled by the smell. But I also did some research to and came up with some of the things that lavender repels. And lavender, actually, I know we had a bed bug epidemic not too long ago, and while it does not kill them, it actually repels them. And then a lot of people deal with household roaches, especially if you live in apartment buildings or things like that. And people a lot of times say, it's not my house, it's my neighbor. Or when the neighbor starts to bomb or something, things come your way. Well, there are ways that you can holistically repel those things as well. And that is citrus oil and peppermint. It's a peppermint oil. So you can actually burn these oils. Some people actually put them in a pan or something on their stove and like burn it that way, just like with some water, and burn it. If you can stand the smell of peppermint, to me it smells good. It smells like a peppermint candy. But if you don't want your house to smell like that all the time, you can use it in a diffuser or something like that. You can also mix these oils. Why not mix some of the things that repel things? So you can make your own little concoctions. And we always encourage people to actually check out your essential oils, because these are things that occur naturally in the world in general, okay? And all of those things that occur naturally and that are here by themselves, by the grace of God, they have more than one purpose. Lots of them, you can bathe with them. You can put them in because lavender also has that calming effect and things like that. But it definitely repels bugs and mosquitoes, the bed bugs and things like that. And the citrus, peppermint, eucalyptus, those things have healing and medicinal properties as well, but they also repel roaches. So maybe incorporating some of that into your daily life, maybe that's just another thing that will keep some of the pests away. And regardless of whether you have roaches or if you deal with ants or if you deal with mosquitoes and flies and things like that in the summertime, check it out. You don't have to necessarily use all of the toxic ways that we have created to get rid of those pests. A whole different summer. Think about it. So do your research, people. Check out some of these essential oils. They definitely have more than one use. All of them have more than one use, and you can find creative ways to use them and things that you can do with them. And with that being said, I think we should go ahead and let the people go. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so we thank you guys for tuning in. We are trying to get better about this hour. We are just 8 minutes over, but we really, 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 really thank you for tuning into SipsTea, the show. We will see you right back here next Wednesday, and stay tuned for all of the new looks and new things. Maybe we'll have a guest next week.
Yeah.
We'll see. So you guys stay tuned, and we thank you so much for tuning in. Bye.
Later.